Hi everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be another episode of the Makeup Artist series where I share lots of tips, lots of tricks, lots of advice and all that jazz about starting off in the makeup industry and becoming a makeup artist and all that kind of thing. This is going to be episode 2, so I will leave in the description box the full playlist. It doesn't matter what order you watch these videos in, so we're only going to be building up on the playlist, so I'll leave that in the description. I've got 10 tips today. Again, we've made notes so we're serious in this video, and I'm just going to go through them. All of them are just what's worked for me personally. If you think there's something missing from this list, then please share them in the comments and leave your business pages down there too so we can all go and check them out. So my first tip for building your client list is to start advertising as soon as you even start your course. Advertise and get word of mouth out as soon as possible. So if you're just starting a makeup course, if you're thinking about starting a makeup course, or you know you're going to be qualified in like a few months time, start advertising now. Try and get word of mouth out now so people know that like in a few months time that is what you're going to be doing, instead of waiting until you're qualified or you've finished your course then to start advertising. Try and do it as early as possible, so when you are qualified and you can start doing it, you've already got those few clients booked in advance. So just try and get word of mouth out there as soon as you possibly can, and if you're not ready for clients yet, that's absolutely fine. You can make like bookings like a few months in advance, so once you're qualified, once you've got your kit sorted, you've already got those few bookings coming in. But tip number 2 is to create social media pages for your business, and this is one thing that I didn't do until over lockdown, and I don't know why. I kick myself for it because it's made such a huge difference to the amount of clients that I'm getting at the moment. So I always had a business page on Facebook for my clients, but over the lockdown I added an Instagram page just solely for clients, and it's made a huge difference. I already had a big-ish following on my personal Instagram page, but not a lot of them were like local to my area, so I created the client page just so people can see physically what makeup I can do, and I can really target people in my local area with hashtags and things like that, because that's where my whole business is based and where I'm going to be getting most of my clients. So the more that I can target my local areas the better, plus everything's all in one place, which is so much easier. And yeah, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. I also quite like as well my personal page being separate from my work page. I find it easier to control messages and get back to people really quickly as well, rather than on my personal page. So I've only got Facebook and Instagram at the moment for business because that's just what I can personally keep up with. You can also add TikTok and things like that on there as well. Tip number 3 is working on taking good client photos. So if you want to be consistently posting pictures of your work, you need to be uploading like the best of the best that you can create. There is going to be times where you do an amazing makeup look and you just can't get a good picture of it. It happens to everybody. It could be the lighting, anything. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. So the more you practice, the more times that you can get really good pictures of your clients. So focus on getting a nice flattering angle and an angle that picks up the makeup the best. I'll show you my client page. So this is an example of my client page and a client photo. So I always try and take my pictures from above the client, and I always try and do it on an angle, so like their head is more towards the top corner, because I always think like when I take a selfie I never take a front on photo. I always like angle my camera up like to the side. I just find that the most flattering way. So just focus on trying to get like the best client pictures. The more that you do it, you'll find like the best way for your camera, the lighting situation that you're in and things like that. So the better the pictures, obviously the more it shows what you can do. So try and get the best pictures, and just practice makes perfect really. Tip number 4, and I think probably when you're first getting started the best way to get more clients on your list is word of mouth. So if somebody comes in for their makeup, ask them to take a selfie and tag you on their stories and things like that so people can see where they've had the makeup done. And just ask them to spread the word. I mean, if they're having the makeup done, they're obviously going to an event. They could be going to a wedding, a party, things like that. There'll be loads of other people where they're going asking them where they've had the makeup done, and they'll say, where they've been. So ask them just to help spread the word a little bit, especially if you're new and you're just starting out. People are more than happy to do that, especially like friends and family and things like that as well. So word of mouth when you're getting started is probably one of the best ways. So tip number 5 leads on from tip number 4. So just remember that you're not always chasing new clients all the time. You also want those clients that come back to you every time they want their makeup done and they're going somewhere. I've got so many clients now that are returning clients, and they come, like, some come most weekends, some come just every time that they're going out, and they always come to me, which is amazing. You want to give all your clients the most professional service and just really make sure that they're happy and they've got exactly what they came in for. That way they're going to rebook back in with you, and they're also going to go and tell their friends like how good you were, how nice you were and professional you were. It's not just all about the makeup look, it's about you as well. So create that relationship with clients so they rebook back in with you. So yeah, tip number 4 and 5 are very important. Be professional, make sure you give them exactly what they want. I will do a separate video on this about client appointments and things that I ask them and things like that to make sure that I know that they're happy with what they have in the end. So tip number 6 is when you're first starting out, if you don't have a lot of client photos to share, then share pictures of your own makeup, share pictures or tutorials of different makeup looks on yourself, because that does help as well. Before I even created my client page on Instagram, I grew my following up on my personal page, and that's all makeup tutorials, makeup looks, things like that. So the clients that I did have coming in were always going on my personal page and picking makeup looks from there. So don't worry if you don't have a lot of client pictures to share. Do makeup looks on yourself and tutorials and things like that, because you're still showing your skill, but you're just doing it on yourself. It also shows a little bit of your personal side as well, so clients will already feel like they know you a little bit before they come in, which I think makes them a little bit more comfortable too. So I like both. I'm glad that I've got my client page now, but I'm still going to keep on doing my makeup looks on my own page. I like that they're separate, and I feel like clients follow both as well, so I'll still share makeup looks on myself as well as sharing my client photos. Tip number 7 is to network with people in your industry. So this is something that I also need to really work on myself. So make friends with people, not just other makeup artists, but people who do hair, people who do beauty and nails and things like that. Start with try and stick to people like in your local area and just spread the word around that this is what you're doing. When I first started out, I went into a few different hair salons which I knew didn't have a makeup artist, and just mentioned who I was, and I ended up getting quite a few clients from there. I ended up going into a few different hair salons and do makeup from there. If they had a client that wanted to go out, have their makeup done, but they didn't have anybody, they got in contact with me. So the more different people that you can kind of network with will like recommend you if they don't know anybody. Also, when you are going to do bridal makeup, you will definitely be working with a hairstylist, which will probably be new to you. So get chatting to them, swap information, swap Instagram pages and give them a follow. And that way, if somebody comes to them and says, I haven't got a makeup artist yet, can you recommend somebody? They can say, well, I've worked on a wedding with this makeup artist, she was really nice and professional, here's her information. And I do that as well for hairstylists too. So yeah, just try and network a little bit in your local area with people in your industry. So it doesn't have to just be makeup, it can be hair, nails, anything like that. Just get your name out there a little bit, and I'm sure that they'll recommend you if somebody asks them for a makeup artist, as well as you would if they asked you for recommendations for someone who does hair and nails and things like that. We are all small businesses at the end of the day, and we all want to grow, so we are absolutely ready to help each other out. So I've never come across anybody that isn't. I think when you are your own small business, you're more than happy to help others out. So yeah, just network a little bit, try and get your name out there, and you'll make a lot of new friends as well. Tip number 8 for when you're first getting started and you want to build your client list is either do offers or like competitions on social media. So competitions when I first started out did help get my name out there and get my page a few more followers. I think I did a competition for like a free makeup application, and it was tag your friend, share the page and follow the page or something like that, and I did get quite a few new followers, and it just gets your page going a little bit. Everybody loves competitions. I've never won one, but I like to enter them just in case. Somebody's got to win at the end of the day. So competitions are always really good to kind of snowball your page. Offers as well are also really good. I would recommend doing offers, but don't like put yourself out. Like, still make sure that you're making enough to cover the time, your time, and the products as well. I quite like a bring your friend offer. I do that sometimes, like if I'm quiet in the week. I'll do, if you come in with a friend, then you both get a discount, which I think is quite good because they get two people in the chair, and even though it's discounted, it still kind of makes up for my time and the products that I'm using. Tip number 9 is, if you do have a little bit of money to invest, then invest in a Facebook ad for your business. I do Facebook ads quite often, even now, for new services. At the moment I'm doing a Facebook ad for my courses, which are quite a new service to me, so I just want to get the word out there that this is new and this is what I'm doing. I don't find that ads on Instagram really work for me. Try them out and see if they do. I don't find they work at all. So when I do a Facebook ad, I just do it for Facebook and I cancel the Instagram section off. If there was like a special day or like a bank holiday coming up and I wanted to fill that with clients, I used to do a Facebook ad just to advertise what I can do. This is the price, this is where I'm based, pictures of the makeup that I can do. And I just ran that for like a couple of weeks and it did get clients booked in. So Facebook ads do work for me. They cost a little bit of money, but you can choose how much you want to spend. So try a few different ones out at different prices and see what works for you. Final tip, tip number 10 for building your client list when you're just starting out, is to try and keep on top of the latest makeup trends. Get pictures up of them straight away. Show that you can do the latest trends and you will get clients booked in. I do believe in like sticking to your niche when it comes to the makeup industry. Like my niche is like soft glam makeup, which is definitely hype right now. That's what everyone's asking for, is soft glam makeup and bridal. That is kind of my speciality, what I like creating, what all my clients are asking for at the moment. But a few years ago it was all cut creases, really colourful makeup, so that's not particularly my niche, but I can do it. If somebody wanted a rainbow cut crease tomorrow, I know that I can create it. Are people wearing a little bit more colour? Are people having more like fluffier brows? Are people going a bit more natural? What kind of colours are people wearing at the moment on their eyes? Festival season's coming up, so just try and keep on top of what's happening at the moment and share pictures of those kind of makeup looks, just to show that you're not outdated, you're keeping up with what's happening at the moment, you're keeping up with local trends, and you can do all that for clients as well. I'm just happy that like soft glam is the go-to look at the moment because that's my favourite makeup to create. Nice flawless skin and softer on the eyes. Or like full glam. I love a full glam as well for going out, but full smoke. That's what I like. Okay guys, so they were my 10 tips on building your client list, starting out as a new makeup artist. I really hope you did find this helpful. If you've got any topics in mind that you want me to create a video on, then please let me know down in the comments. And if you want any more like in-depth detail about any of the tips that I've shared today, then just ask me down in the comments as well. But I really hope you did find this helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, then give it a thumbs up as well. Don't forget to subscribe too, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!